I'm glad.
Okay, me and Francis are live.
Yep, we're here.
Little already
Y'all
got
come on down to the good place.
yeah.
Talk to us.
Little already
Y'all
got
come on.
That's what I fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my dishes washed. So I thought we'd just go ahead and start.
Yep.
Hello to Susan. Peggy Lynn says she'll be back. Hello, Sandra. And Yo Patty says hello to everyone, but she's watching on the Kindle, so sorry, no chatting from Yo Patty. And
Hey, everybody.
Here. Yeah, and Landa Denton's here. When was the last night that I was on? It's been how many nights has it been?
Was it Friday night?
Might be.
You were on Friday night, weren't you? But you left early, remember? Or was it Saturday night? Usually you don't do the weekends, but I think you might have did.
I don't know.
Don't start me to line. What? LAMOTRIGINE.
And hello.
He's trying to get some medicine straight.
Terry's been giving him drops in his ears, and he's so much better. Hello, Donna.
Huh?
I said Terry's been putting those drops in his ears, and he's so much better.
Well, good. He had an inner ear infection then.
Or some kind of ear infection.
Yeah. Well, good.
Candy's asking how John is.
He's doing better. He just got to get his strength back, but he's doing better. Tell me what you got.
LAMOT. Shirley at around 2 it says hello, Rita, Francis, and everyone.
GINE. Here.
Andy's waving to everyone. And Farm Wife, I've been to the post office, and your package is probably going to get there Thursday.
Oh.
Because I didn't take it until yesterday. I took it yesterday.
You should be getting yours too. John mailed it yesterday.
Okay.
Just, see if you can use it. If you can't, find somebody that can.
Okay, we'll do that. I wanted to spend more time up there on the quilt machine. And so I called today to set up internet, to get me some internet up there in that other house. Because I feel like I'm just not connected if I can't take my computer. But then they said 60 to 90 days maybe before they can come and pick it up. I know.
That long?
That's a long time, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
But so maybe it'll be earlier, but that's what they told me. Well, I did it online. I set it up online, so that's what they said. And hello,
maybe you should have called them.
Well, maybe, but and then it was all messed up. It was in the wrong name because my son was the last one that lived up there, and it was in his name. They didn't want to take my name, and it just a mess.
Yeah.
So hello, Lisa, awkward quilter. Have you seen her quilt blocks put together? The swap, Lisa's.
No.
Oh, they're pretty. You need to have.
Are you Facebook?
No, on YouTube. Are you subscribed to her channel?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
You need to
quilter.
Yeah, she don't post a lot, but she's been posting her blocks in the swap, and they sure look pretty together.
Mine look pretty too, but I ain't had time to do them.
I haven't put mine together. I need to get on that, but then I decided to start another quilt. Crazy May. Hello.
I'm trying to get used to this cutter. It's so hard to get used to.
Wow. Yeah. I don't like changing to something new. I have to stick with what I'm used to.
This is the Martelli. I think that's what, shoot.
Peggy uses that, don't she? Peggy Lynn, does Peggy Lynn use that one?
She may, Sheila. I think Sheila uses it.
Okay.
But I had bought this before I ever got on with y'all, you know, because I'd
Yeah.
seen Tiffany using it. That
Okay.
quilter lady, Tiffany, I'd seen her using it, and I said, well, I'd like to have one like that just to see if I can do it. I can do it, but sometimes it wants to veer off, and and that makes me mad.
And there's Deb. Deb, we hope you're feeling better. She finally got to go home from the hospital. So
Oh,
you'll
wow.
Yeah.
you'll have to fill us in on
No,
how
that
you're
was Deb, not Beverly.
And hello, Melody Keeper. Hi,
She
Jean.
was real sick too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital several days.
I thought she was.
Tiffany and Sobecca both use that one, Candy says. And I don't really watch Tiffany, no reason, but I don't watch Tiffany or Sobecca, either one. Just don't have the time, so I miss them.
Well, I don't, on Sunday night, I don't watch them. I might, you know, just run in, you know, and say hi, and then I just don't have the time to watch everybody.
Yeah.
I'll go into Peggy and them, and I'll, not Peggy, but, yep. Isn't that lady's name? Kathy. I'll go into theirs and I'll say, hi, ladies, how you doing today? And then they'll say something and I'll get off. I just don't have time.
Farm wife and her daughter both got a text from the U.S. Post Office, but it was a scam. Right?
Oh.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Lisa. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Not too bad.
I don't think I've seen you in 3-4 days.
Probably. Busy.
Uh-huh.
Today was my husband's birthday, so
Oh.
Okay.
we had the company over and had cake and ice cream.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah. I took him out to eat.
Uh-huh. Dad was in the hospital for 6 days, had an angiogram on Friday, and had 3 blockages.
Oh, my goodness. What did they do?
Wow.
Did they do surgery?
Hi, Deb. Hi, Candy. Three blockages. I wonder if she did have.
Did you have surgery, Deb?
She'll have to tell us. They put
3 stents in. Yeah.
Wow.
Wonder you came home that soon.
Yeah, they get you out of the hospital real quick nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
They don't let you stay in there.
Who we got from Texas in this thing? Rita.
From Texas?
Yeah.
You mean chatting or what?
Yeah.
Oh, chatting? Which one of you guys are from Texas?
My son's on his way there now for the race this weekend.
Oh.
There's going to be a race in Texas.
All right. I don't think we got any Texases in here tonight yet. Might be
not
like
have.
I think we got Illinois and Iowas and Indianas and Washington and maybe's in Rhode Island
Yeah.
and Melody. I can't recall where Melody's at though. You remember where Melody's from?
No.
No.
I see way up there somebody talked about the Martelli rotary cutter. I don't like the Martelli rotary cutter.
That's what Francis is. That's what you're using right now. And
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to it.
hold it up right quick.
I have it. I can't get used to it.
It's all right if you can keep it going in a straight line, but it veers off too bad for me. Does it you?
I just give up on it. I have one, the red one.
I hate anything new. I like to stick new like that after you've been using one kind. So.
I went back to my old one.
Dee is from Texas. Dee
Missouri.
Galman. She's
Melody's
from
from
Texas.
Missouri.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Dee in here in a few days though.
No,
Yeah,
I haven't either.
Last time I saw Dee was a couple of weeks ago on Mona's live, and she said she hadn't been feeling good then.
Oh my!
So I don't know. I haven't.
Wow, that's not
She hasn't done any lives of her own since in about a couple of weeks.
okay.
So I don't know.
That's
And
the only one from
as one of-
Texas. I looked on my sheet. That's the only one that was on the swap.
Okay.
I asked Mona last week if she'd heard from her. She said she sent her a email, to come on live with her, and she didn't
You
from
need
her.
to respond?
No.
There's not a lot of ways that we can contact each other if we don't have each other's email.
I know.
I think Dee might have. She's on that list for the block swap, so I don't know if her email's on there or not.
I don't think so.
It's not just her address.
Let me look again, but I don't
We
think
sent her a
so.
block. She was
That's
on
right. Gladys is in Texas. How about that?
It's just their address in the state, city and state. It's not their email's not on here.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Johnny's almost there, almost in Texas. When did he leave? Yesterday morning, John? Yeah, no, yesterday afternoon. And he drove for 14 hours and then he stopped.
Wow.
Because you have to take so much time off in between.
Kathy Wade says she uses the Martelli and it helps her arthritis.
Really?
That's what she says. Let's see. Lisa says Dee had a video and she responded, but I've not heard from her in Discord.
Yeah, I have on that first list. I think they sent out, or the second list. It has all the email addresses. I have her email address.
Oh, I don't. I might not have got the other. I didn't get a list like that.
Well, I think it was the second one that they sent out. They redid it or something. Yeah.
And it's got all the emails?
Yeah, it's got all the emails and it has the date you sent your blocks and the date you received your blocks. So you keep it in.
You
you
got my email. Can you email them to me?
What's that?
Email that to me?
Yeah.
Okay, because you got my email.
Yep. It's everybody's emails on there.
And then that way I'll have everybody's email in case I need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got yours. Yep. I'll do that when we get off of here.
Okay. Or tomorrow, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like Linda Denton said, they sent a copy after that and had email addresses on it. Yeah, it did. This is the second.
Because I got the first one and I had to write in. Who was it I had to write in? Let me see.
Yeah, I got the first
because she wasn't on here.
June Hansen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
June Hansen's email's not on here.
Laura Austin, they didn't give her city and state on this one. They had her address on it twice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, they got the city and state on this one and the email.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to email Dee and see if she's okay.
Oh, what will write on it?
Hello, Donna.
No, you need an ink pen.
Try 5 different ones.
I'll take this.
Take out of it.
Hello to Sue. I think Sue's in Michigan.
Yeah, I think we got them all over the place.
I know, and I think they're saying hi to you now, Sandra, since you come up.
It's like I was just going to keep working on my binding and listen, and then I'll go up for a little bit.
You still have company? You got to cook supper for your company, or she gone?
It's like I ate my dinner really fast while the dog I'm babysitting was out for its walk. It's like we're butting heads right now. It's like
Oh,
she wants to play with the sugar glider. Well, the sugar glider is like what, half a pound versus 50
Yeah.
I don't even think they're a half a pound. They're so little.
Yeah,
she'll be
I
eating.
think their eyeballs may weigh more than their body.
yeah. It's like, but I think they weigh maybe half a pound. She's all over the place, and to look at all the 5 little fingers that they got and stuff, and it's like it's fascinating just to watch them.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to tell Francis tonight, Francis, or y'all too, but tonight Terry went down to get the eggs, and he found an old hen that had hatched out 2 little chicks.
Oh,
Hen and 2 little babies out there. That's all that hatched. I don't think my eggs are very fertile because they just don't hatch very good. But
You got roosters.
the old hen had set on them though and hatched them. So we caught them and put them in a cage so something wouldn't catch them tonight. So
Yeah.
I'll have to get a video of them and show you guys. But I
You
only
will.
2 though.
Terry was probably saying, "I'm surprised you didn't video it."
Well, I was going to. I said, "Oh, let me get my camera and take a video." I said, "No, we hadn't caught her yet. We'll scare her away, and we got to catch them babies." So, so I kind of got scolded for wanting to. So
Yeah.
they're caught now, so I will later. So,
And that was a cute video with Millie.
yeah, that was. And she was being so sweet. I can't believe she sat there in that chair. But
Yeah, I saw that. It was
She
cute.
sat there
Yeah.
quietly.
It was cute.
That little dress was just as cute on her.
that was just a little rag. But anyway, we made
Well, you
it.
know, have you seen that pattern where they make for the girls
Dress a girl.
overseas?
Yeah.
A lot of the fraternities, this thing over here, and it ties on the shoulders. That's a
Okay.
very cute pattern.
It's Project
Okay.
Dress a Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
wanna
helped a
do
girl,
their new
our
one.
sewing thing. She was in Phi Beta Kappa, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, she had to make her thing. They made 400 of them,
Wow.
and we sat one day at class, not class, but we just all got together and sewed, and we sewed and sewed and sewed. We just took our material, and she had told us about it, so we all took extra material and sewed and sewed.
They look really simple. They got little pockets on them, and
Yeah, I mean, they are very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Heard of the pillowcase dress? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine-
And then they got a new simple pattern out now that actually doesn't have to have the long drawstrings.
Uh-huh. Really?
Yeah, they got a new simpler free pattern out.
It would be simpler if you could, if it had the snaps.
Uh-huh.
Or something, yeah.
But we can't
Yeah.
have snaps.
You can't?
No. Because if they break, there's no way of them fixing it.
Yeah. Oh, well. But they got they got the small, the medium, and the large. So for the larger girls, it had patterns for them too.
Yeah.
The newest dress has ruffles around it.
Really?
Around the whole bottom. Yeah. And then
Wow.
it has a pocket that you can put a ruffle on too.
I made my granddaughter one of them, and she wouldn't even wear it.
My
I said, it'd
granddaughter,
be cute to wear outside to play in.
How,
She never
how,
wore it.
how old was she when she made it? If she'd been 2, she might have wore it.
No, she won't to. She was probably 5 or 6.
I couldn't get my 2-year-old and 1-year-old to wear them.
Huh.
She just turned 10.
Okay.
I was trying to make a big deal of it, and it's like I did find a way that the 2-year-old will wear it. I have to put like a tulle on it because she wants to be a fairy,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
and so I would have to put glitter and glue and sparkles.
Yeah.
In other words, they're just little tomboys, I guess.
Yeah.
But Millie came down here this morning with the thing I never would got unfastened to take her to the potty chair.
That's
All the
definitely not
snaps
a
on the
potty
bottom.
train.
It had all these little buttons and then all these snaps all around. So let's just do something different.
Well, that's what they did when they brought Alani in. They brought this thing that you had to take completely down off of her. There was no snap in the crotch even. And it's like nothing like getting undressed to go pee.
Yeah.
So I tried getting her to wear a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And she loved running around in the t-shirt. She called them jammas.
She's my kind of girl. Pajamas.
But rompers are not for potty training.
No.
And then they still put them on after she was, potty trained. Because when she potty trained fast. But we're standing at the door. Grab it, Gigi-ma, hurry, I got pee.
This one's not potty trained yet, though. We didn't have no.
No, the other two.
And I think it's not the mama's fault, but with the new baby, she's just having a hard time doing
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know several 5 and 6 year olds that are still not potty trained.
Mm.
I know a 9-year-old. I mean, he's
wow.
potty trained for the front, but he's not. He has a very bad fear to use the potty to poop.
Mm.
But he also is autistic, so But he has that. That's one of his fears.
Our
I think that's the only fear he has. Trust
Our
me.
grandson didn't want to be potty trained. I told him he can go to school until he was potty trained.
Well, that's what they told Alani. That if you go pee pee on the potty, you can go to school. So then she gets potty trained, and she can't go to school till next year.
My 2 boys, I put big boy underwear on them, and I mean they thought that was something, and they started going to the bathroom. I didn't even have to do nothing. Put big boy underwear on them, and there they went. I was saying, "Thank you, Lord."
Peggy, Francis Peggy Lynn's asking how John's doing, so I'll just let you.
He's doing better. He's just not got all of his strength back yet, but he's doing better. Thank goodness. Thank you for asking. Everybody that's asked, thank you for asking.
Yeah. I just had to give my son a tree. That's what potty trained him.
The little boys, they in the country, they just went wherever. If he was outside, they just went.
A tree,
Yeah.
a fence post, a car tire.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd go into town, and before we went into the store, he'd have to pee on somebody's tire in the parking lot. And I go, we're going to get in trouble one of these days. And then he figured out the urinal on the wall.
Uh-oh.
And he loved it.
Oh.
But it took, 2 people because the urinals are up on the wall. So I'd have to go in the same bathroom with my husband and him because we had to hold him up by arms to go. So the girls would stand outside the door. We'd have the door propped open. My mommy's in there. They would
So
just
you putting out a tire fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And Lisa's daughter did good. Yeah. It took second birthday and said she was a big girl, never had an accident. Well, that's
Alani's had, I think, 2, and not full accidents, not enough notice.
No.
When you
Yeah.
got to run 50 feet to get to that bathroom, and those 2 little short legs, it don't work.
and they don't want to squat and pee outside sometimes. They never had
Oh no, sometimes they don't.
You know what my granddaughters did? They just they wore dresses. They'd stand there, pull down their little panties, sit on the grass, pee, and then get back up.
Oh,
And it's like, okay, at least it's
There's
better.
so many different funny ways.
Yeah, it worked. That's all that mattered, I guess.
yeah.
But it isn't working for
Let's see if she's ready to go to bed.
some of the others. Because I have the
You
other
ready
two.
to go to bed, Beverly? To go lay down?
But my neighbor, she's having the same problem. She says,
Let me see your tea. Have you got tea?
can't get that 4-year-old to even aim for the potty. Sometimes they're just not ready. There's nothing you can do.
I wanted you peeing so much. These things are getting heavier and heavier. I don't know why. I'm getting weaker and weaker.
Is Millie just 2? Is she
She was 2 in April, so she's
two
2.
and a half?
I'd have to count how many months.
About 2.5, almost 2.5.
She's the same age as my granddaughter because my other great granddaughter was born May 4th. So they're really close in age.
Now, leave them here. There, your neck
Give me back that thread. Put
thread.
that thread down. Thank you.
Son, Kathy's son was trained at 18 months, and the 2 daughters were a different story. So,
Our grandson was harder than the granddaughter.
hmm.
And everybody's saying the boys are harder. I had a thread thief.
The dog had a spool of thread.
It rolled off my table and I was going to go get it. Next thing I know, she's walking off with it.
We're just going to pick it up for you.
Yeah, going that way.
Yeah.
Wrong way there, Bailey.
Now that's a pretty good one. Look at that. Put Cheerios in the bowl and have him aim for 'em.
Yeah. They actually have floating target paper that you can sit in the toilet bowl. My grandson says, no, I'm not aiming. We tried the Cheerios. We tried it all.
Oh, I never heard of the Cheerio one before. That was a new one for me.
Haven't either.
Well, they didn't like Cheerios, so they didn't want to drown them.
So in the toilet bowl, I'm seeing a bowl of Cheerios sitting on the floor.
No, you put them in you just let them float around
The toilet bowl.
Yeah.
All right, that makes a little more sense than what I first had in my head. So, hello, Karen Evans.
My son, for peeing in the potty, we gave him a Tootsie Roll. And then when he got 10 Tootsie Rolls, he could trade them in on a bigger candy something else. And then every time he went number 2 on the potty, he got a Hot Wheels car. And at that time, those was only 50 cents. So he has quite a collection of Hot Wheel cars.
Yeah, you have to bribe them sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we set our granddaughter on the potty and sit and read a story to her. She stayed on there longer.
Yeah, we've done that before here. And then when she'd get up, then she'd go pay after you got her up. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it. And then, like Alani, because it's just her and I here, she'd come in the bathroom and she'd read me a story while I was going potty. And she got really mad at her mom. Her mom wouldn't sit down and let her read. She says, "Sit down. You're not done peeing yet, Mom. I'm not done reading."
Made me sit there, so now you have to sit there.
Yeah. But it was a blast. It's like, hi, Karen Evans. And Misha.
And Misha. Hello, Misha.
But
Hi, Karen.
the grandson that's old enough to be potty trained, he went twice for me when I went up to their house, and he won't get on the potty again. He did really good. And then next time we tried it, that he was willing, because they say don't force them. If they're not wanting to do it, don't force them to sit there. He'd go sit in the potty. We'd read books and whatnot. And then as soon as he'd get off, he'd go playing, and there'd be the mess.
Uh-huh.
But it was just, what do you do?
That's where they were in the trash.
Nancy's here, but she says she's just staying for a few minutes. But hello, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
And Lisa's asking if Nancy's heard from Dee lately.
And
I think Mona's having a live tomorrow, isn't she? Maybe she'll come on then.
Yeah. And I'm probably gonna miss that one. I've got an insurance person coming about that time tomorrow, getting my Medicare supplements.
Uh-oh.
It's getting that.
I've been through that.
So
getting of age.
Yep, been through that last year.
It's like, yeah, that was not any fun.
mm-mm. But I'm gonna tell her, just give me what Terry's got. We'll just have
Yeah, that's what I did. My
Yeah.
husband already had it, and so yeah, and I just signed up with exactly what he had. It was fine.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, gonna visit with her a little while and say, give me what he's got. So.
Yep.
Teresa says, "Yay, there's the ladies. My husband and I really have been enjoying your videos. Thank you."
Oh, okay.
Hi, Nancy. I didn't say hi to Nancy.
But I didn't have anybody to follow through with.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I'm going to relook at my program once October gets here and I can go back in there. Because it keeps going up and up and up, and I don't get sick, so I'm not using it.
Yeah.
That's the bad part. I'm not using it.
I haven't used mine since I signed up. Hope I don't have to.
Oh, and Candace has an inner ear infection, and she's getting shots tomorrow.
Rowena, they say we should at least do our once a year checkup.
Oh, well, I do that. I do the wellness check. I got that coming up in November.
See, my wellness check is when I trip and fell and skinned my head.
Yeah, you go through the blood work, and then you go in and they do this memory test on you. You see if you still have a memory or not. Ask you to count to 20 backwards, and if can you say the months of the year backwards and
I can barely say
I'm going to give you a name and an address to remember. Then later on, I'm going to ask you what it is. See if you remember it.
Now that would be harder than numbers, and the other stuff would be kind of easy.
Yeah.
Then she could decide on what damn TV shows she wanted.
During COVID, my husband, I wasn't on Medicare then, but during COVID, my husband had to do it, and he had to do it by telehealth on the phone. And so they couldn't get the video to come up. So the doctor said, "Oh, well, we'll just do it on the phone, without the video." So he was, can you say the months backwards? And I was sitting over there mouthing them to him.
It's like,
hello to Doggle Man.
I'll have to see if I can get that kind of test. I'll practice, and then they won't even come up with it.
They'll ask you something different.
They tell you this person's name and address, and then they ask you later what it was, see if you remembered it. Well, it's the same thing every single time. I mean, you got it memorized because they don't change. They never change it. So
there must be something simpler that we will remember.
Yeah. And then they ask you, could you tell me approximately what time it is?
Time to get out of this appointment. That's what time it is. And Nancy's leaving now.
Yeah. Good night, Nancy.
Night, Nancy.
Good night, Nancy.
I guess what I got Monday. A new
What?
sewing machine.
A what?
Machine. You'll have to tell us about it.
Huh?
What? What'd you get?
Tell us
A new
about
sewing
it.
machine.
What'd you get?
I got a Juki.
A Juki? Yeah, they're good machines too.
Oh,
I got a Juki TL 2010.
Wow.
Yeah,
You love it, don't you?
I do. I do.
Well, good. Congratulations.
Different.
Yeah.
You get used to one kind, and then
What were you sewing on before?
a brother.
Uh-huh.
I still have it, but I was using my brother on my cutie frame. So
Uh-huh.
if I wanted to use it, I had to take it off. And my husband said, "You just need to get another machine." I go, "Really?"
yeah.
Okay, we
Okay,
will.
no
Let's go.
problem. I jumped on that real fast.
Yeah, I would have too.
It's like I ordered it before you had a chance to say no.
And Sue wants to know where you get one serviced. Aren't they ordered?
Yeah, they're ordered.
We
Yeah,
got a
I
man
think it
here
is
that
the-
works
I
on
think it is the one
Jukies.
Tiffany has. Yeah.
He said, "You ever buy another sewing machine, you buy a Juki because they're the best machines you can buy."
Who said that?
He don't know how to work on my Cadillac. He don't know how to work on it. And he says, "You get another machine, you get a Juki."
Yeah. The brother was just really similar to a Juki.
Yeah.
It was industrial, and it was, a lot straight stitch. It was pretty much the same thing. But I just keep it. I don't want to take it off that frame all the time just to use it.
And then Lisa wants you to talk to her husband. He wants a new one.
I'll let him talk to my husband. He's the one that said, you need another sewing machine. I thought he was joking. And he's like, I said, really? He goes, yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
He's trying to keep you in there in the sewing room and not let you out.
Yes, brother has the brand name and not my sibling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have enough brothers in real life.
Yeah.
I have 6 brothers.
I have one.
I
I
had
have 3 too many.
I had 6 brothers. I got 4 left. So
I got one, and that's the one I go and stay with sometimes.
I lived home with all of them. It was a nightmare. I was the last one.
Yes. Six is a bunch, Doggle Man. I think so. Rowena. And hello, Miss Randy. I don't know if I said hello or just reading when you said hello or goodbye to Nancy.
Yeah,
Hello, Randy.
I agree. She should, so you can get a long arm. That would be nice.
Oh, I'd love to have one. I just don't have nowhere to put one.
I have a shed, but it's not very big.
Not right now, anyway. I would have somewhere in about a month.
I'd have
And
to
I hope
add
it's
on.
less than a month.
You don't need your living room. That's what everybody says. Just take the couch out and put the long arm in.
I could see
Well,
that.
no, I could take her bed out and put the long arm in.
I could see that if you had a family room and a living room, but we don't have a family room. We just
I
have a
don't
living
have
room.
Yeah, I don't have a family room. Well,
Yeah.
I lived that before I did, but
Usually people have a family room and a living room. They only use the family room. They don't use the living room. So,
and I had a dining room and a kitchen, and I never used that dining room. I had a table in it, but I never used it.
It's like my room. It has a door going in it and a door going out it, a doorway. So that takes up my space.
yeah.
But you can get them on wheels, so you can push them up against the wall when you're not using them, which helps. But Rita's got a whole house.
You've got a quilt house.
No, and
Yeah,
I
she's got a whole house.
was telling Francis that I signed up today to get internet up there. So
Oh,
if
did
I
you?
get internet,
Right.
that's gonna be
Listen, though.
days. But if I get internet up there, I'll feel more at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can
Well, what
feel
did they tell you?
the
What
work,
did they tell you?
do
How
I?
long? How long will it?
You said 60 to 90 days, though.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told her she should have called them.
I know.
She went online to do
Oh,
it.
she went online and
You
did
know,
it.
it was with our rural electric cooperative, so it's Wave, and so they're just now getting it set up around the whole area. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I hope it's quicker, but We'll say. We'll say. I finally just said I'm going to do it. It's be $50 a month, but I'm going to do it.
There you go. We just bought a 10 by 20 shed for my husband's riding lawnmower and tools. Rick and I could put his stuff out.
There you go. Yeah.
10 by 20. That just about hold it.
No, just hold it. It's like,
One day he'll come home and all his stuff is sitting outside.
yeah. Sit down. You're not a lap dog, and you're not an under my chair dog.
47.
47 watching. Wow.
Y'all have all missed us all being here, so y'all come to visit tonight. Oh, 50 now. I see 50.
And I see
Wow.
I see that you've reached 10,000.
I did.
Yeah.
In October. I don't know what happened.
That's great.
And I hadn't even been, I hadn't been promoting anything. Just happened.
I was watching those numbers closely. They was getting really close the last time I saw. Yeah.
So I need to have some fancy giveaways, what I need to do now, but then when that other one, it's up to 170 something, so I want to do the 200 giveaway on the other channel too.
You're just getting really popular.
You were doing it.
I don't know what to say.
John said give away a dozen eggs.
I could do that. I need to give away some eggs.
Jar of jelly.
I've got extra roosters. Anybody need a rooster?
I'm not. I'm just waiting to see how many roosters I'm gonna have on those that we put in the incubator. But I got one little Silky. She's just so tiny, and that little big old puff on her head. She's got a little bit of brown right here. She's my baby. She's the small, and she's the runt.
I don't even know that. I don't even know about hot spots and all that stuff. That house is too far across the pasture, I think, to pick up from down here.
Does your cell phone work up there?
The cell phone does.
Your cell phone has where you can go over and make it a hot spot.
Yeah.
And then you could have.
I didn't know that. Well, Trevor told me.
Off of that.
Yeah.
Well, then if I could get somebody to help me figure it out, I'd cancel this internet, but I don't know how to do it.
And do
Trevor
you
told me
have
about hotspot.
another
I didn't know
laptop
nothing about
you
it.
can take back and forth up there, or one that you
Okay.
can leave up there?
I've got an extra one. So.
Okay. Because
No.
it's like sometimes they run better off of that than they do some. I have a mobile hotspot, and it's through my telephone company or my cell phone company's little
And
box.
so on here would be a hotspot.
Yeah, you go to your settings.
Well,
There's
I
a,
don't even know how to do that, to be honest
well,
with you.
you can go to your phone store, and they'll help you.
This is just straight talk. This is just the
Yeah.
where I add the minutes every month. All it is.
Yeah,
Or
well, you go
Walmart.
to Walmart or any of them, and they'll tell you. But it's in settings, and then you go to your it's like your phone service. It's like I'm looking to see what mine says.
Because I'm clueless when it comes to this technology stuff. I'm going to, and I haven't ever taught myself because I always hand it to the kids. I'd hand it to the kids.
And then mine says I go to my connections, and then that'll tell me where Wi-Fi, mobile hotspot, tethering, and that is.
Yep, mine says auto join hotspot in the settings. Yeah, on Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, little Trevor told me how to do it.
Ask
Yeah.
to join.
I mean, it's pitiful whenever your 9-year-old grandchild's got to tell you how to do
Oh
things
yeah,
on
they
your
know
phone.
everything. They know everything.
I've got to get the kids to help me. I really do.
And then it'll have you set up a password so only you can go on that Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's like,
Just make sure you write your password down so you won't forget it.
I don't have to do that anymore.
she has the perfect name for hers all the time. Who would ever think Rita's Roost?
Yeah.
They'd have to know who she was.
We use our grandkids' names.
I used my dog's names. That way the grandkids wasn't jealous.
Well, we use Parker more than we do Trevor. And They ain't never one of them ever been acted like they were jealous.
Yeah. And Teresa says you swipe down and down again.
Mhm. This thing's wrong.
Buying Space says, are you the group of ladies doing a cookbook? Well, Rita's got my 2 recipes,
Too.
2 of my recipes.
We'll let Rowena talk about that again tonight. There's 52 in here. That ought to be a bunch of them that's going to participate. My mama and my sister even said, "Oh, that sounds like fun. We want to do that."
Yeah.
There you go. There's 18 that signed up.
How many have sent theirs in now?
What's that?
Did you get you got my name in there?
Yes.
Okay.
How many have sent Rita their recipes?
They're going to send them to Rowena. You sent them through Facebook, and I printed them out, and I have them, but that's the only 2.
Okay, I'll send them to Rowena the other way.
You're sending me the recipes?
No, I don't. Who are we sending them to?
Yeah.
It depends. If you want a book made by Rita, you'd have to send them to her for the book.
I just get everything confused. Y'all didn't know that? So.
Look at my list.
Yeah, because I was playing with mine. It's like
I go off and do things, and I don't never have to know what I'm doing. So, but I did think the cookbook sounded fun, though.
yeah. And then I'm trying to figure out what picture to put on the next recipe.
I'm going to send out the list of names next week to everybody.
Do you want to post the email they would need to send their name and add name to?
Yeah, I can do that. I got 1, 2, 3. I got Charlotte, Donna, Frances, Janie, Julie, Kathy, Linda, Lisa, Rita, me, Sharon Johnson, Sheila, Susan Munker, Kim Burris, Melina, but I don't have no address for her or email address. Joy, Sandra, and Shirley.
And I got 2 of mine already ready
And
to Rita.
Buying Space wants to know if she's on the list.
Who?
Buying Space, am I on the list?
No, I didn't know.
It's like,
No, I need an email. I'll put my email address in here, but and put you on the list if you send me your email and your regular address
and regular name.
Just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's always the fun part, figuring out who to send to, how to get the information out.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the easiest way is to put it in the chat and then delete it from the chat, so then it doesn't stay on when it replays.
Okay.
And
Sue's asking, you send your information to Rowena. Kim Burris has a migraine, so she's going to bed. Hope you get to feeling better, Kim.
Hope you get to feeling better.
it's like, I mean, she won't be able to put it as the whole thing, but if she
There it
puts
is.
the first part, yep, that's the one I got.
There it is.
Okay, I'm not going to post it over there up there. Y'all just have to read it,
Yeah.
or should I put it up? It'll show on replay if I put it up there on the.
Yeah. So if you give her so much time, and then Rowena can go back in and delete that message.
Y'all seeing it?
Yep.
Do I need to write that down? I'm sitting here doing this.
I
And,
got
No,
I
she's
got an
sending
email
an
from you,
email.
Francis, and I got your
Yeah.
email and your address, so you're on the
okay.
list.
Do I need to write your? Well, when you send me
can.
that, Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like she's sending you an email tomorrow with that list, so don't
I'm
worry.
gonna send you next week. Next week I'm gonna send the whole list.
And go ahead and tell them what they're the recipes and the deadlines and such
Okay.
as that.
Yep. It's gonna start October 1st through the 31st. Yeah.
And we need one main dish.
One main dish or a casserole. Some people request a casserole. One main dish or casserole, a vegetable or a salad, and a dessert.
Hi,
Hi,
Sheila.
Sheila.
Hello.
Yeah, my dessert's what I got to go. I'm going to do 2 desserts because I'm making them both as I write them out. My daughter says at least she gets food.
Yeah.
What?
My daughter gets food because I write the rest. As I'm writing the recipes, it makes me hungry for them.
Ah,
So then she gets, because I'm doing
She gets the
popcorn
food she
balls.
cooks.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
Sheila.
I'm
Hello,
making popcorn
everyone.
balls and 1 bowl jelly roll.
I'm sending the list to everyone because some people wanted to mail them. Some people wanted the book. Some people wanted to also mail them to others. So
We're just figuring it out as we go
I
along.
know because
Yeah.
some people wanted to mail, people wanted to email, some wanted the book. So and then someone told me that they wanted the book, but they also wanted to email it out too. So I don't know.
And it's
We don't know.
Just do all
We-
three.
We just hope everybody gets recipes.
It would be easier if everybody just did the same thing, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got the book or
Yeah.
emailed them to everybody.
But just don't complain, and we'll
Do what
do
you want.
what we can.
and Lisa and her.
Trying to make everybody happy.
Mhm. And that's impossible to do, though.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
I couldn't keep my 3 kids happy.
We're gonna
Uh-huh.
overwhelm Rita with making books, and then somebody's gonna have to fly out or drive out to help her.
Is there an
And
airport
say
nearby?
watch
I
my
Is there an
friend
airport nearby?
buy a new
that would
printer.
be fun. That would
Yeah.
be fun to go out there and have it like
Do you have an airport near you?
me.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
do I have an airport?
Yeah.
The biggest one would be Fort Smith, and that's an hour away, or Little Rock, and I'm not close to either one of those.
what you do? You should fly in and rent a car and then drive the rest of the way.
Mhm.
That would be fun though to come out and help you and have like assembly line. So somebody
That
makes
would-
copies, somebody puts the books together, and you get them all done really fast.
Someone was asking how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty good. I've worked all day, financial stuff for my son, and someone brought me folders and labels and all that. So sorting through what we can, shred and what we need to keep. And Thursday I go turn his phone in. So just things you got to get done,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work on that.
I'm just going to print out all the recipes on my own. I'm not going to bother Rita.
I think it's kind of going to be fun if I don't get just too overwhelmed with it.
Yeah.
Because it's
So
like,
how's Mr. Terry doing?
He's doing so much better. He really is. It took a day or two for that medicine to work, and his
Yeah.
blood pressure is pretty good now. So
Yeah. I mean, long as it's kind of running normal, you don't really need to take it every day, but ever so often. would be
but that
good.
little maybe she was a nurse practitioner. She was not really a doctor
Lay down.
trained,
Yeah.
and she thought his blood pressure was really high, and she was kind of worried about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounded high.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
But, it is going to be a little bit higher anytime you're in a doctor's office.
Oh yeah.
It's just that way. And then sometimes they'll come back later and want to check it again, see if it's any different. So
How do we know if we email? Don't know. We don't know.
haven't got that far
Probably
yet.
either way you want to do it, probably.
It's a surprise.
Whatever Rita don't get, then evidently the others got emailed or mailed. One of the other.
Yeah. If they have them emailed and they would like them sent, I guess they could individually ask each one to send them.
Mhm.
Doggle
Or
Ben,
they
I
could
hate
just-
that for you because I've had that, and that's no picnic.
Yeah, I've had surgery on both my heels for
Yeah,
So have I.
it's not close to me though. The airport is
I'm not.
Mhm.
Fayetteville's in North Carolina, isn't it?
Well, it's in Arkansas
well,
too.
there's an Arkansas
okay.
too.
Well, Clarksville is in South Carolina too. Because
Uh-huh.
when I saw
Uh,
Clarksville, I said, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, Fayetteville, Arkansas is like the home of Sam Walton, like with Walmart.
Mhm.
And it's really neat to go there and you can walk around and you can see they just kept his desk just like it's frozen in time. And his truck is there. It's really interesting.
The surgery was wonderful. I thought.
I
Fayetteville,
had shots in my
yeah.
heel one time and I said I will never do that
Never
again.
do that again.
That
Mm.
is so painful. And the
Yes, it
doctor
is.
who did the laser surgery, the foot surgeon, he said he won't give his patients shots in the heel. He said it's hurts too much, and
Huh.
he won't do that.
I'll never do the shots in the heel again.
No, it was like ugh. But mine was just from years of walking so much and probably age too. But I had it a long time ago. But about everybody I worked with ended up having that surgery.
Hmm.
It's
Can't we do
just
it tomorrow
I had
part
foot
of it.
surgery for standing.
after we get back?
Years at
Yeah,
one job.
standing all day,
Mhm. Yep. Then I went to work, got an office job, and typed all day, and had hand surgery instead. So,
Yeah, carpal tunnel.
yep.
Went for losing, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what part of your body you use. You use it too long.
I know.
it starts to
I
hurt.
know. Because
Yeah.
whenever I was doing the cosmetics business, which I did that for 20 some years, just the movement, I finally had to have surgery on both of my wrists
Yep.
because it's a lot of movement when you're
Did
like
you?
when you're loading machines or whatever.
I
Well,
typed
when I
all
was
day
off
long.
my foot, it was great. But the moment I put that foot on the floor and took a step, it
Uh-huh.
just made me want to cry. It was just
Yep.
excruciating pain.
Then sat at a computer all day, and now it's my back. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
live till you die. So whatever.
They had a shot between the knuckles of her big toe and the toenail.
No, I'm not doing that either.
No, hadn't had that.
I don't like people touching my feet, so
Me
But luckily
neither.
I didn't. I didn't
Me
have
neither.
that.
You need to have surgery.
Yeah, I think surgery is really the only
Yeah,
foolproof
to get
cure
rid of
for
that.
it. Or it was for me, let's say. And it took about 6 weeks afterward. I just took a week off work, but you wear a shoe around and you feel like there's a rock or something in your shoe. It's kind of that feeling. But it finally, got better.
She sat all day, and she came from a tiny bubble butt to a big butt. That worked. That happens too.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
Bye, Misha.
yeah. Go out for a walk. It'd be a nice evening for a walk.
Mm-hmm. Well, you ought to let them go ahead and do that surgery.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, you'll be glad. You'll say, golly, them women were right.
Yeah. I mean, and you don't know that you're having surgery. They, give you
if it's going to be the
something
same
that
surgery
you don't
or
remember it.
oh, my 8 weeks of recovery was terrible.
Was it?
Well, I couldn't put my foot down. It had to stay above my heart for 8 weeks.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. I didn't have to do that. Mine was
Me either.
They did kind of like carpal tunnel, but they call it tarsal tunnel in
Yep.
the foot and then the heel. I had a fatty tumor up pushing on the heel spur.
Yours is a lot different than what mine
Yeah.
was. Mine was just plantar
Cut down the back of
fasciitis.
my heel.
Mm.
Yeah.
I had a great big cut on the side of my ankle where they went in and
Yeah.
then went up.
That was a lot different.
Yep.
My girlfriend and I went to my son's house yesterday looking for more paperwork, and we did find more paperwork, but we found some very awesome things, like my son's high school class ring
Yeah.
that he never wore in this little felt pouch. And the interesting fact is, his daughter goes to the same school that he went to. So that
That
makes
is
it
great.
even more special.
That's great.
And then I found
She
in
needs
this
to take that
box,
ring and make her a necklace out of it.
so I'm going to have her mom kind of keep it for a while, because she really gets a little older to
Yeah.
appreciate it,
More responsible.
But it's a beautiful ring. And then I found this little wooden train track, and it's got like these little trains, but they're like, they connect together by a magnet.
Hmm.
And he had that when he was a little boy. And I sent a picture of that to one of my daughters. And I said, "Do you recognize this?" And she's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, you found it." I'm telling you, the boy never threw a receipt or card or anything away.
Uh,
I mean, that can be a good thing, but also bad, because you have to say, "No, I don't need this. That's junk. That's junk."
mm.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
keep
but at
the.
least it was things that would make you smile.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did fine while I was over there, and then we went to go have lunch at a place called Del Rancho. They had like steak and chicken fried sandwiches, and he and I would, and it was close to his house, and he and I would eat there frequently
Mm.
when I'd be on his side of town. So we went and did that, but it was all good.
And hello to Dee. Dee's coming tonight. Homestead in the Wood with Dee.
Hello, Dee.
John. Back here.
I hadn't seen Dee in a while.
I'm going to go. John's not feeling so great, so I'm going to go.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, he's did a lot today. He cut grass,
Mm.
and
maybe he's
that
overdoing it.
took a lot out of him.
Maybe he's doing too much.
Take care, John
Yeah.
and Princess.
So I'm going to go
Yeah.
see if I can get him in bed. And
All right.
but I told him he's going to sit over there and fall out of that chair.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to do that because I can't pick him up.
No.
Love.
He said, I ain't but 185 pounds. He's not. He's lost weight since he's been sick.
Yeah.
That's still a lot to have to pick up.
Yeah, but he was 348, so he's doing good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. Thank you, June.
Hope he does get to feel.
Thank everybody.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go ahead and get him into bed before he falls out of his chair.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'll see what you're going to do tomorrow night.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. He probably
None of
already
us
did
ever
it
know what
today.
we're doing.
Mm.
But you can't tell men, You know how that goes.
Uh-huh.
I've kind of learned to know when I've done too much and to kind of back off, As I base, I've kind of learned that. Not just go, go, go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm in trouble because I'm give out. Well, Rita, Jason's next door neighbors, I told them get all the pantry canned goods and spices because they live just on Social Security only. And so I know there was a need there, and so they did that. But she had this one little box of some things that she did want, so I brought them home. One of them is a quart jar. It was strawberry fig preserves in 2010 was on the lid.
Okay.
And I opened it and I just dumped it out because I didn't want to take a chance on getting, something. But I did read on the internet that you can't get botulism from jellies, jams, or preserves because of the
Maybe.
high sugar content in it. But
Okay.
I still didn't want to take a chance
Okay.
on it, and it didn't quite smell right either, so I did
No.
that. And now I have a pint jar. He did in September of 2021. He did.
Oh,
It's
that's he made.
candied jalapenos
Oh,
in a
okay.
jar, but
No.
I don't eat jalapenos, so
No,
I have to find someone that'd like them.
Uh,
So
they don't like me.
yeah, I can't eat like spicy hot food like he
I
could.
can't
Oh
either.
my gosh, and he'd be dousing Frank's hot sauce on stuff,
No.
And he'd always ask Jada, "Do you want some?" when they'd eat with me, and she's like, "No, no." She didn't want it either. So, yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm yawning. I'm yawning.
You
So
had a
is,
busy day. You babysat, didn't you?
yeah.
I did till about the middle of the afternoon. I would have kept her longer, but she wasn't taking naps. I said, I'm taking you home because your mama don't like it when you don't take a nap. So,
Yeah.
She didn't want to take a nap
Yeah.
at grandma's house.
yeah, I had her bawling, you got to take a nap, So I took her home.
No, you get down.
Yeah.
You're
They,
not
they,
allowed to
they
talk.
don't want a nap, but they need to,
They need to, yeah. Her mama says, you make her take a nap, but I can't. If I can't, I can't.
My
Yeah.
granddaughter told her mom one time, she said, you can make me lay down, but you can't make me sleep.
Well, I told this to
Stay
my
down.
girls because they shared a room. They had twin beds,
No.
one on one side, the other. You don't have to take a nap. You just have to lay
Rest.
quietly on your bed.
Yeah, rest. That's what
And
she
every
did.
time, 30 minutes later, I'd go in there, they'd both just be out.
Yeah.
But they said, no, I'm not going to take a nap. I'm like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Just, stay on your bed and just rest.
Mm.
So
Works
my
every
son,
time.
I never had to worry about that. He took a nap every day until he started kindergarten. You didn't have to tell him.
They're afraid they might miss something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to be able to rock her and get her to sleep, but not anymore. She gets harder and harder.
Yeah, she's getting older. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanting to be more independent.
Yeah.
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 They're afraid they're going to miss something.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are. They're afraid.
And like Alani, if I got her to watch something on TV long enough, stay still, next thing I know, she'd be out.
Yeah.
Huh?
But anything after 3:30 in the afternoon is like, no, you're not taking a nap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then you'll be up late.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, what Ben's going to go. It is. It's getting bedtime for some.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 9:30, almost 9:30 here.
Is it?
I wish. 6:28 here.
It's not your bedtime yet. So
No.
You could go 3-4 more hours.
time for you to take a nap. No bed.
I have a couple more table runners for Halloween to do some binding on. But I go find something to watch on TV, prop myself, inclined in the bed.
Uh-huh.
And then that way, maybe I will fall asleep before midnight.
And that looks like a placemat. So that reminds me, we need to get set up that workshop with Francis.
When I was making these, I go, I'm making
Yeah.
these table runners. They'd be perfect for that. But
Yeah.
they're promised to my grandkids.
And now she's gone now, but we'll need to get that set
Yeah,
up. She's going to
'cause-
teach that.
Yeah, I've got all my stuff, so.
This is one I work on tomorrow.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
pretty.
It's, this is the bat and the
Yeah.
pumpkin from the Fat Quarter Shop, last year's free patterns.
Huh.
And then I didn't like this black square in the corner, so I didn't put it in this one. And then I appliqued a moon over the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I make them to where when they're done with Halloween, they can just flip them over and have the pumpkins or the autumn leaves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a
And
good
then-
idea.
Let's
This
see.
one
Like,
here is just strips sewn
Yeah.
together. And this one has the autumn leaves.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lisa said she's made the placemats and she's waiting patiently too.
And it's like,
Hey, Sheila, what did you round your corners with? Did you round your corners?
Bias seam tape.
I mean, do you cut out your
Oh.
corners? You cut
I
them?
used the cereal bowl.
Yeah,
I just set a cereal bowl up in the corner
right. Yeah, that's what I meant.
and then hope that they're straight enough.
Yeah.
I had a placemat, and I kind of put it on some brown paper that I opened up from like a grocery sack, and I curved it, and I kind of made a pattern that way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then I laid it on the fabric.
Okay,
That's what I
yeah.
did.
I've heard of using bowls or saucers or plates or
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah,
Something you have
I
around.
think anything with a curve would
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
And I made it so the measurement would be about what a standard placemat is. So
Right.
so I did that. So
She used her ironing mat as a template.
yeah.
I do have that portable one somewhere around here. I have one that folds up that's super soft.
I seen something. It's on. Oh gosh, I can't remember her name now. Shoot, she has a YouTube quilting thing. I can't think of her name. Gosh, I can't think of it. But she made this thing where half of it was your board, for cutting out.
Yeah.
And then the other side had a wool mat on it, and you could close it all up, and it was like take the sewing
Yeah,
retreats.
you can buy those ready made like that too.
And I'm gonna find her name. That's bugging me. I
The
can't.
the simple stitch or quilter.
Something Quilter is her name.
The simple quilter, I think, is what it's called, isn't it?
Let's see. I see her.
It's like
Moment. Let's see.
How's your quilt
Yeah.
coming along with your mom, Rita?
the simple
The-
quilter.
The simple
I've left-
quilter.
I've left it
Simple
over
quilter,
there.
I looked her
I
up.
still haven't quilted that first one I did, but we started another one. So and the sisters help work on it. So.
Sounds like me. I
I
started one
thought
before
that
I
would
get.
be a neat idea to do that she had.
And good night, growing in grace.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling good. She had an inner ear infection and going for shots tomorrow. So you need to rest and maybe you'll get to feeling better.
I hear it raining right now outside.
It's supposed to be raining here. I don't know if it is or not.
Yeah.
And it's coming this way. It's supposed to be raining here. Isn't it going to storm a little bit too, possibly?
I'm supposed to have rain tomorw. And
Supposed to
Because
get back
I'm
up to-
right here.
Supposed to be back up to
moves
80,
east.
82.
So what leaves here goes to Rita.
Uh,
It says isolated thunderstorm.
sometimes it does. Yeah, sometimes it comes my way.
Yeah, it goes. It always goes east from Oklahoma
East.
City.
Mhm.
Always. You can't. We're in severe thunderstorm watch until 11 p.m.
Oh, really?
I haven't watched the news, so I don't know.
So yeah, I was looking at my phone.
And it's
I have like the weather.
67 and sunny here. Our sun's just starting to set.
Really?
It's 64 here.
It's 76.
But it's supposed to start getting back up to 8 in the 80s.
Oh, I know.
81
Next
tomorrow,
week
82
it's like
Thursday.
86, 89,
81,
91.
82, and 83.
You know,
Yeah.
it's going to be back up again. So,
Mhm.
Okay, Lisa's leaving also. Bye, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
Hi,
tomorrow.
Lisa.
I watched her YouTube video about showing the different quilting blocks.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she
I
said
saw that.
whose was what.
Yeah, I
you
saw
know.
that.
Oh, there goes
Uh-oh,
the
you
phone.
the weather.
It's just saying that there's thunderstorm warning.
Thunderstorm warnings.
It's called My Radar, but it's really good, and I like it here because sometimes you get storms, sometimes you get hail, sometimes you get tornadoes. You never know. We always say, stick around, the weather will change.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what they say about Indiana.
Yeah. They say that
We
here.
get everything.
Yeah, it just
Sit down.
does that.
Can you sit?
Hopefully I can get back to sewing soon. I'm kind of winding up some things with my son's stuff, and I got a few more things to need to go to the bank. I got to return his phone.
Lot to do in there.
Yeah, some of that.
Okay. Sit down.
Let's see.
Sit down. Sit.
Find it.
You're not
I have an
listening.
app on my phone too for the weather.
Yeah, I have an Apple phone.
No, you're not listening.
It's just called My Radar. Is the name of it. But I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I think everybody needs to keep something like that so they can tell when bad weather's coming, storms. And
Yeah.
stuff.
And it'll tell me in so many minutes rain's coming or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
My phone will go off. It'll go off.
Yeah, and it
Like
goes
yours
off.
did. Yeah.
And it does that. So yeah.
There's got to be something similar on both types of
Oh
phones.
yeah, I'm sure all of them have something similar to that. You know,
It said sit.
nowadays
Sit.
the way
Thank you.
it is.
So Rita, I figured your mom would be going back to crocheting by now.
She is. That
That was cute.
she is.
Don't go
She
back to crocheting. Rita says they can hear every word you say.
She just wasn't getting that sewing them quilt blocks. So
But then
She didn't like sewing quilt blocks.
Then she acted like she was leery about being on camera, but then all of a sudden she started doing show and tell.
Yeah, bringing them the Afghans she's crocheted and then showing her
Yeah.
dog and her cat. So.
Yeah.
She's 88. What can I
That's
say?
That's good. You know.
That was cute.
And she's always crocheted. And her mama, my grandma, made all kinds of quilts, just all by hand.
She
But
said, "Well,
mama,
at least I know what I'm doing." And I thought, well, when you start anything, you don't really know what you're doing. So she learned that from the beginning too. So you know,
No. Quit. I got a terrible 4-year-old.
she wants another spool of thread.
No. We'll have to be taking donations for thread.
You're gonna be missing a lot of thread here.
Mm.
Good thing mine's all stored in the freezer. She can't reach there.
Now tell me again why you put them in the freezer. Why was that?
I buy in bulk and they dry out.
I never heard of
And
that.
I was told
Freezer.
to store them in the refrigerator or freezer because it keeps them moist. And I don't have thread breakage.
That kind of makes sense, but
Never thought about that.
I never. A tip of the day, then. I didn't know that.
I buy them in bulk so I get the free shipping, because the free shipping, I can get 2 more spools of thread.
Yeah.
It's just
I keep mine in some drawers
for
to
to
my
get
sewing
switched their
cabinet.
bottom. And then one passed away, so then it was down to 2 of us, and then she lost her sight and can't sew. She would love to quilt. She goes, if you just come over and thread the needle, I'll try and sew. So I was going to go over there today. Today was her birthday, and it's like, now I'm fighting migraine headaches back and forth.
Mm.
My
And the
sister-in-law,
dog.
my
I've
sister-in-law
never,
had
I've
people
never
like
had
that.
a migraine.
She'd call her and ask her to come over, and her machine would come unthreaded. So she'd call her and ask her to come across the street and thread her needle. She was like 96, 97, something like that.
Yeah.
Had a little featherweight. She liked so.
Yeah. I said, when I can't see to thread my needle and can't do it anymore, that's when all my sewing's going to go to the wayside,
Yeah.
because you have to thread a needle. You have to have a needle threaded for binding. You have to have a needle threaded for even if you're doing handwork.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go back to crocheting or knitting, because you don't have to thread those needles.
I tried crocheting one time, but it kind of made my hands really ache.
Well, it will. But they
I
also
was
say
new
it's
at
good.
doing it, but I really didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
how many
I'm like, no,
Afghans?
it's
How
not
many
for me.
slippers?
How many quilts do you need?
Yeah.
No,
See,
no.
that's
Yeah.
just it. And I have all the fabric because my husband kept going on those shop hops. And then, well, buy
It's
something
fault
here.
now.
What?
It's his fault now.
Okay.
Sandra's husband. Yeah, he bought all that fabric. So
And then I just buy things now to go with it, because I wasn't buying like a planned quilt at the time. So I'd find a fabric I liked and I'd buy the 3 yards. Well, I don't have anything to go to the other with the 3 yards.
She's lucky. A lot of husbands wouldn't do that.
I know. I wish
That
they
was
wouldn't have those flash sales and daily deals and all that stuff. That's what
where they
gets
get you.
paid.
Yeah,
And
they reel you in, and then you want to buy more.
Yeah, well, what's going to go with this? And then I'll get more to go with it.
One thing leads to another.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's,
it's an addiction like anything else, I guess.
Uh-huh. And it could be worse, though. It could be worse addictions
Oh
than
yeah,
that.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. My
Yeah.
son, I'll never forget this. He told me one day, because he's seen several packages of fabric. He says, "Mom, do we need to have a fabric intervention?" I said, "No." He said, "Okay."
Don't you touch my fabric.
Uh,
He said, "There's
Mine
going to be
is
fabric
going
here when
down.
you're dead and gone." I said, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah.
there's one less tote in the garage, so that's a plus. I'm
yeah.
down to like 1.5 totes out of 3. And it's like everything's downsized in here. It's just I got to buy things to go with things. So I'm on the UFO list.
That's what happens. You got to buy things to go with something else.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah, I've got a couple. Oh, this was a neat idea. I don't know if y'all seen it from the Simple Quilter. She took like this hanger that she just got at like Walmart, and she showed it, and she kind of showed what kind of hanger to use, and she cut a what you call it, a noodle, like you get in the pool
the
with,
pool
or like
noodles.
water aerobics.
yes.
And she slid it all the way down it, and then she measured across the bottom of the coat hanger, and she put that on there. So she said when she irons her quilt, she kind of folds them, and she lays it over the top of that noodle that's on the hanger. And she was showing that one day, and that is such a neat idea. I'm wanting to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of keeps it from having a crease from the hanger, you know. So I thought that was neat.
Hello, Marla.
I never would have thought of that.
I just use the wooden hangers that have the bigger bottom. That's what I hang all mine on. I only
Yeah.
have 19 tops
Only
sitting
19.
in my closet to be quilted.
Only 19.
Oh, I
Only
don't have that
19.
many. I just have a few.
Because I'm trying to
I just
use.
But
have
one
to
of them I need a backing for. You
Yeah,
know, so
me
I just
too.
gotta buy some backing. You know.
Me too.
Well, I should say there's 18 because that one's still hanging up there. I made my wall bare, and everybody goes, Sandra, you never have a design wall with nothing on it, so I'm leaving it up there.
So you
Well,
put something on there, right?
Rita's
Yeah.
smart. She just buys all of her fabric at one time, backing and everything.
A lot of times I do if I know that I'm gonna want the
I
backing.
have never done
I
that.
changed my
I haven't
mind.
either. I haven't either.
I make the quilt top first,
Yep.
and then I look for fabric to
Me,
go with it.
me
you
too.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just started as a quilter, and that's just what I've done.
Uh-huh.
But if I want the backing from that collection, sometimes I go back to the fabric store and
It's
there's
gone.
not enough.
Right.
Especially
I've never bought one collection. I've
It's
never
gone.
bought one collection. I
Well-
buy only fabric I like, and there's always somebody else's that goes with it.
I like the
I have
collections
always been able to find
because everything goes together.
whatever design, or if I have the name of it, I can always go on Etsy and find it.
Mhm.
I've never not been able to
Well,
not find it.
My fabric's starting to get too old for that.
You know. Well, I bought some that's several years old, and I found it. I had the name or the number that's on the edge of it, and I can find them.
I'm funny about that because I like the matching. Some people say, "Oh, you can put any backing on the back," but I try to find something that matches it. That goes with it.
And I get something similar but different because I make mine where they're reversible.
Reversible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
long
try
as
to
the-
match it, but sometimes it's not the exact same line,
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
but it's very similar,
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
And the binding is the only difference. The binding needs to go with both the front and the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I've managed that because
Yeah.
purple goes with purple.
Yeah.
And then I do have one quilt coming up that has no purple on it. It's red, black, and gray and white.
Marla says she does have you beat though. She has more than
More than
19 tops, and nobody ever beats Sandra. She said
Oh my God, Marla, you need to
I
get
don't
busy
want
quilting, girl.
more.
just did. So
Well, I was thinking I was doing so good. I only had 18, and then we did the jelly roll race Saturday. Well, I got the whole top done for the jelly
Yeah.
roll race, and it actually turned out pretty good size. But I have a volunteer that's going to quilt it for me.
I've never made a jelly roll quilt.
It
I've
turned out
done
pretty
one.
good.
I mean, it was okay, but I'd rather do the quilt blocks.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Now, I don't mean this in the wrong way,
Right.
but it kind of got boring for me
Mm-hmm.
to just, sew this, sew this, sew this, so straight sewing, straight sewing, straight sewing. I'd rather do a quilt block,
Uh-huh. Me too.
but not such tiny pieces.
No. No.
but you can make pretty quilt blocks out of the jelly rolls. Those
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
done that
you can.
lots of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
but
There's
not
a
that
lot of
race
different
thing.
ones.
Yeah, right. That's what I don't care for the race thing.
Yeah,
It's,
but I just did one to say that I did one,
Yeah. and see, that's what I did. I did it to say I did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
see,
But
my
I'd much
Bargello
rather-
is
I'd
half
much
done in
rather
that
do
closet.
like say just turn dash, or
Mhm.
log cabin or
Yeah.
Ohio Star, any of those.
Oh yeah.
I'd much rather
Me too.
Yeah. That
do
quarter
them.
shop just come out with a new book, all jelly roll quilts.
Hmm.
Every quilt in it was a jelly. But when they talk about 1 or 2 jelly rolls and then 5 yards of background material, it's like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I've
like,
got a book that's real easy, and it just has like 3-yard quilts in it.
yeah,
I have one of those.
Some of those, yeah.
And
I have 2 of
I
them.
made one, and it was real easy to do.
Yeah, they are.
And it didn't take that long to do it, and And I actually did Stitch in the Ditch on my sewing machine on that one. It was manageable for me. So
But I'm trying to do a bunch of donation quilts just to get rid of some of
Yep.
the fabric.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's
So are they just like sampler blocks? Is that what the way you're doing them?
Out of
The
scrap. Or,
The scrap?
there's 3
Yeah,
yard
just
quilt, sampler
three.
blocks,
scraps.
anything.
scrap. I got 4 donation quilts ready to go.
My daughter lives in Mexico. While she was here for the funeral, I had her go in this cabinet and pick out a quilt. I says, "Here, you need to get one. Take it home with you."
Mhm.
So she put them all out on the bed in the spare room, and she looked and she picked one out that she wanted. So she took it home.
I have one in
I just gave one away tonight. Did I show you that heart quilt I made with the pink? I gave it
Yeah.
away. I gave it away tonight. So
Oh, well, good.
I hated to. After I made it, I went. I'd already promised to give it to her. So it's like, oh, I wish I'd keep this.
But I think it's such a good feeling when you give a quilt away.
Yeah.
It's just all worth it.
Yeah.
And to me, the person is so appreciative.
Well, yeah, this
you
girl,
know.
I call her a little girl. She's 23, but she has Down syndrome. She was just, and she loves pink and she loves hearts, and she was just thrilled to death. Couldn't wait to get home and put it on her bed. And so it made me feel a lot better, by just giving it to her. Yeah.
Now, Marla, I have that Fabric Cafe 3-yard quilt book, and it's real easy to follow,
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 3-yard quilt. They are
or the
easy.
pattern was that I did, It was easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did that. Well, tomorrow I'm going to go to our neighborhood senior lunch because I'm in the Quilt of Valor, and I got an email that they were providing lunch and doing that, and so the leader of it sent the email out, and she wanted who'll be coming, so I told her I'd be there, and she sent me back and said, "Oh, I'm so glad you're going to be here. We want to see you." So be good to see some of my friends there. And then afterwards, about 14 of us stay and play cards. So I think I kind of need a day just away of what I've been doing, take a break from it.
I'll have to go back and watch Mona's and see the quilt.
Oh, yeah. She said she watched it we bind it on Mona's Live. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did, I give a couple of the quilts to our local ambulance service. That way, when they go to a wreck and the parents are injured and the kids are panicking, at least they can have a comfort quilt that they get to keep.
Yeah.
And
that's a good idea,
And now I'm going to make them for our Catholic church does a diaper program that they give diapers to several families. And I thought it'd be nice if they had blankets to give them like Christmas time.
My son used to have a job. He worked for a medical company, and he would take like O2 tanks and stuff like that. They had veterans contracts, so he did a lot of traveling. Well, every time, and they put him up in like Hampton Inn and real nice lodging places, he would get these little soaps and shampoo and conditioner. I filled a regular brown grocery sack full of those items.
Yeah.
Full, and I'm going to donate them to a place that can use them to hand them out.
The homeless centers are great for that stuff to go to.
Our church sponsors a place here in town, so I'm going to take it over to them, so.
And they work great for filling your grandkids' bubbles jar up when they run out.
Yeah.
Well, mine
when we's on vacation
now. Mine are like we don't have any. Well, there is one little one, but I don't get to see him very much. He's like almost 2, but all the others are like pre-teens.
Yeah.
They're all.
We had 3 run out of bubbles on our vacation. And it's like,
Uh-oh.
what do we use? So I tried the shampoo with the free little
Yeah.
bottle in the bathroom because we all brought our own.
Well,
I
the
go,
kids
okay,
next
this worked.
door had a birthday party for 2 of their kids, and somebody brought this bubble machine, and they put like Dawn detergent in it, and like they turned it on, and all these soap suds were coming out. And those kids would run over there and just be covered in suds. They loved it. But it was called a bubble machine.
Yeah.
I'd never seen one of those before.
We have the bubble machine lawnmower, and we
Oh,
have
yeah.
a bubble
Yeah.
bubble machine like a leaf blower.
My granddaughter had the mower, the lawnmower.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
leaf blower was a pain because she'd chase you around with that machine, trying to blow bubbles on you with the weed blower.
Oh my gosh.
But she lost that in the fire, and my son goes, "We're not replacing that either." Because as she was running, she was spilling the bubbles out of it also. So there's a trail of bubbles, and you can slip and fall.
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all remember that this toy and the kid would push it and it was kind of clear plastic and it had all these little balls that would pop
Yeah,
up,
pop up and down.
up and
Yep.
down, up and
Yep.
down, you know.
I have that in my living room.
Yeah, and they said that's going to grandma's.
Any noise
Thank
makers
you,
goes to
Marla.
grandma's.
I
Yeah.
call that the lawnmower. Lonnie took it outside and she'd mow the lawn.
Yeah. Our
She
granddaughter
knocked down
would
the dandelion.
our
bloom.
granddaughter
I think
would
every
follow
one of
along
my
with my husband
grandkids
as he was
had
mowing.
one of those, you know.
I won't get rid of it. It was my grandkids.
That's it, popcorn popper. I couldn't think the
Yep.
name of it.
Yeah.
But it's been
I
so
won't get
long.
rid of it. It will stay in my house forever. When
Uh,
I go, I told them to take it and drive the nurses nuts because there's different people that they revert back to their childhood, and they would probably love that, and they would exercise too by walking around pushing it.
Yeah.
But the nurses
Mhm.
would kill us.
Well, I bought a real nice child's rocking chair, like at a big craft show that Oklahoma City has like once a year, when my first grandchild was born. And he's gone now, but his birthday was, well, Jason's birthday was last Saturday, and then the oldest grandchild, Matt, he would have been 25 on Sunday. But we had this rocking chair in my living room, and every kid that comes over has to sit in it and rock. Jaden, even because she's tall, but she's slim, she can still fit in that little rocking chair. But they all love it.
My oldest granddaughter had to have this chair in a bedding factory where it was on display. It had Powerpuff Girls on it. She didn't want the bed. She wanted the chair with the Powerpuff sticker that they was using as their decoration. And she wanted the blanket on the bed. The worst thing.
My girls wanted strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
So a friend helped me. Yes, I know that Shannon's going. I hope to hook up with her because Shannon with Legit Kits is doing a training in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and get with her. She's coming, I think it's somewhere around the middle of October is when she's coming. Yeah, my girls had strawberry shortcake. So a friend helped me, and we made pleated curtains for their windows. And it had like a flannel type on the back side of it, so it kind of darkened the windows. And they just loved those.
Melody says her battery's dying. Do you need her address or her email? Wouldn't Melody the one?
I don't have hers. Yeah, I don't have hers.
Yeah. If you're going to be part of the recipe.
And I don't have Melina's either.
Yeah, we got to catch up with her. I haven't seen her since. Oh, she was on Kathy's the other day. Oops. I'll get her next time. It just dawned on me. I'll write a note on my poor cutting board here. It already has Millie written on here. I forget and I'll write things on my cutting board.
And you'll be on Kathy's tomorrow then again, won't you? Tomorrow
Yes.
today? And I'll be meeting with my insurance lady
Are you?
for my Medicare supplement. So
Oh, yeah, with that. Yeah.
It's like they started calling me in January for my June birthday.
They called me 2 years before I turned 65.
And so I
Oh.
signed up in January. They just didn't take anything until June 1st.
Yeah. Yeah. I got so much mail about Medicare. People
Oh
even
my
came knock on the
gosh,
door.
it's
They even came and knocked
ridiculous
on the
what
door.
you get.
yeah,
That's
Every
the only
day.
thing.
Every day.
hey, every day I know.
I know. It's just
And
on and on.
I
And then
haven't gotten
you get
any
phone
since I
calls
turned
about it. Even
65.
the TV commercials are all about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets time to like
Yeah.
renew, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
And they say every 2 or 3 years we should check in to make sure our policy is still what we would like or time to get a new one.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
husband,
I'm
my
going to be
husband checks in
looking
every
at some
year.
different prescription plans.
Yeah.
Right now, mine is
I
a
wish
little
I could hire
premium.
somebody to do that for me. Or just a
However,
blink of something.
the deductible is like $500 a year. And I think that's kind of high. So I'm going to be looking.
Yeah, Terry had a drug card when he got these drops for his ears. It was with Aetna, is what it was with, and it wouldn't pay nothing on them drops, and they were $140 a bottle, and it wouldn't pay nothing.
Yes.
Well, that's every time I find something, that's the way it is. That doesn't pay anything. You're
Huh.
better off to do good RX, and small
Yeah.
town pharmacies can't afford
Well-
to give you
Well,
discounts.
now the daughter went and picked up the medicine, and it wouldn't pay nothing. So the clerk or whatever signed up on the Good RX and got it for $70. So it went down to about $70. Yeah.
Yes.
But,
Now,
but his card that we paid for wouldn't pay nothing.
I needed a prescription, and she told me that what I have on Express Scripts, it wasn't listed on there. So she gave me this little Good RX card, and so I went to Walmart and got it filled because it was just a one-time prescription, and it was like, I'd say no more than $25. It was like pretty reasonable, and it was going to be over 100. And I asked her, how much would this be if I didn't have this Good RX, She said it'd be over $100.
Wow.
So it was quite a savings, but my doctor's real good about that, or she'll give out samples to see
I've used Good RX.
you can take it,
Yeah.
But most of the time, mine's with Cigna. That's who I
Mine's
have
United
mine with.
Healthcare.
My one eye drops I had, nobody would cover it. It was $400 and some a month.
Oh my gosh.
And I paid for it once to see if it was going to work, and it worked. So then I got a hold of a company, check my money, and I could get it under a free program for 1 year.
Yeah.
I says, doctor, you got 1 year to figure out the next eye drop. Because I was allergic to so many of the eye drops. My grandson said I looked like the devil. He'd come in and I'd have bright red eyes because I was allergic to the eye drops.
Yeah.
It's the preservative in the eye drops that get you.
Yeah.
Well, they finally come out with a generic just in time.
Yes, if you can take a generic, most of the time you pay nothing or you pay very little for them,
Yeah, mine.
But the problem is not everything is generic. Because last October when I had COVID, it was kind of like I was getting asthmatic type stuff. kind of like COPD. So she gave me a sample or two, and I went to go get it filled. And if it's over a certain amount, uh, my debit card at the bank won't do it. They have to. There's a certain limit on it.
Mhm.
And so they called me, and it was going to be like $600 for a 3-month supply. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that, you know. So I went back to her, and she gave me enough samples that I could do a whole year. But
Okay.
then, it was called Trelegy.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's a lot of advertising, and they say
heard
it's really good. And she told me it's the strongest one on the market that she knew about. But the problem is there's no generic. That's why it's so expensive. But I only had to use it for a month or two, and I got over it, and I was fine, you know.
So Marla's got glaucoma too.
Mm. No, I'm tested. When I have my eyes tested. And I
Yeah,
don't
I have
that.
stents in my eyes to help drain the.
But I don't have that.
Mhm.
I've had cataract surgery and the stents put in my eyes.
Mm.
As soon as I turned 65, I got them both.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But with these eye drops for the rest of my life,
My husband takes eye drops. Yep.
for our lives,
Uh,
they went up another $9, $3 a bottle again this month. Because you get them in 3 months at a time. And when they wanted me to buy 3 of those I think it was $479 bottles of eye drops, I says, not out of my checking.
Yeah.
There's no $1,200 nowhere for eye drops. And it's
uh,
My mom used to say she couldn't afford to live.
yeah. I'm
I
Mona.
keep telling everybody, you go to the doctor, they'll find something wrong with you
Yep.
too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Mona.
But some things you really need to watch and take care of, though, you know.
Yeah.
And one of them is high blood pressure, because that can cause a lot of problems. I know a gentleman that it caused blindness,
no.
and he went blind with.
If you go untreated,
Yes.
yes.
Yep. So you can. Hi, Mona.
Yeah, I didn't know who all was still here. Nobody was really chatting much over to the side.
I know I kept looking over there once in a while, and it's like, is
And
it moving?
Marla's been on here.
It didn't move for a long time there.
And then my name finally got highlighted, and it's like, oh, they are alive.
They fall asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all wake up over there and chat. We did have one comment. Did you? I know Rowena seen that one comment though.
Yeah, I
Didn't
did.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know what that was about, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't see him because I'm on my iPad, so maybe it was good I didn't see it.
Yeah. It was gone real quick.
Okay. Good
It's
deal.
like, I little tiny type up there. It's out of that bifocal range, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And then my glasses are so scratched because I haven't replaced them yet since the fall.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
they went
Mine.
across.
I really
Copy.
need new glasses. Mine are
So do I.
scratched really
Yeah.
bad.
But that's
What?
outrageous too to go get them done.
Yes.
one day at a time. Farmstead, can you show me your face before I bring you up, just to make sure? They're in the basement wanting to come up. I want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with that name.
She's been up before. She's got a
Thank you.
farm with animals. Her name's Jean. But I'm not seeing your face. I want to see your face first.
You hadn't seen that gentleman anymore, have you? that was up here one time?
Which one? Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Which one?
I can't remember.
That
But
real
he was
nice
on-
gentleman with the beer?
But he was on the live for a little
Yeah.
while.
With the beer and the cuss words? Now he didn't
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
seen him
that's him.
since.
Oh, that was Moon Boots, wasn't
Yes,
it?
Yeah.
Moon something. Yeah,
Well, he's come on in chat, but
Yeah,
he's
he
never
has.
asked to come back up there.
Yeah.
yeah. He
Okay.
was drinking his beer.
All right. Jean? All
Hey
right.
there.
I
How are
Well,
you
they-
doing?
Sure it was
Hello.
you. So
Yes, ma'am. I was having trouble. My internet just popped out and then popped back in before I could show the face. I'm with you on that because it happened to me last week on my live. I had a
really?
weirdo in the basement
Okay.
and he knew I wasn't letting him up, and then he got all crazy and did, some of that
Yeah.
nasty stuff.
That nasty
Oh.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're
It's
talking
ridiculous.
about. Mhm.
So
Well, how,
I hear
how's
you
your
ladies chatting, and I love listening to y'all.
how's your babies doing? Your baby
They're
goat?
doing good. We now have 6 baby goats.
Oh,
We had 2 one day, 2 the next day, and then 2 days later.
I'm laughing at Mona's comment there. If you know what them people doing down in them basements.
Yeah, you're right, Mona. That is hilarious.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
funny. But it's sad that people have to be so disgusting, huh?
It is. It is.
Well, why do they have to do any of it? It's like they come over to our live that we was at, and they kept impersonating other people on there,
Mhm.
and we didn't know who to block because will the real one stand up? So what we did, I messaged them a word, and they had to type the word so we could delete the other person. It's like
That's
we
smart.
didn't know who was who.
Wow.
That is smart.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the devil tries to distract and destroy any way he can. And what they're doing is to a lot of unsuspecting channels wanting to pop up, and then they'll sit there and act normal. And then when you let them on, they want to do it in public. That's how disgusting they are.
yes,
You think they want it for attention?
Yeah. And I think that the devil is using them, honest to God. They're just,
Yeah.
it's sad that somebody
Okay.
wants
To do that.
there's
to expose
some
themselves like that.
Yeah.
It's truly sad.
Yeah.
We got my husband sitting next to me. He's about to go to bed. We
Hi,
just
ladies.
finished
Hello.
our live
Doing?
a few minutes ago.
Did you?
I love sitting here listening to y'all.
He has no choice
No, I mean I really enjoy it.
because I'm always listening to y'all. Sometimes I chat and sometimes I just listen.
It's just interesting.
And I
mean,
said, I just love Rita's Roost.
Yeah.
I love going to listen to the girls.
Every subject
So
is
much
covered,
fun.
isn't it, Rita?
We're glad that you
Yeah.
I
did.
don't know what all we've covered tonight. We've covered everything. Potty training,
Potty
man.
training, potty training.
That's how it was on our live tonight. I mean, it was just a variety of conversation. I don't know if it's because we're just creating things to talk about
we
or
never
what.
stage it. It's not staged. It's all real.
We went from
Yeah.
potty training to Social Security, Medicare,
Medicare.
everything in between.
yep.
And it's sad sometimes when you get in Medicare, you're going to have to be potty trained again. No?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, they say you start in diapers, you end in diapers.
It's sad. Yeah. Yep.
It is.
Who are we potty training? Millie needs to be potty trained, Mona.
I have 2 great grandkids that need potty trained. Rita's just working on her grandkids. I done did the grandkids.
Are they boys or girls that need potty training?
I have
So-
one of each.
I'm
One
a
of
little girl.
The boys, when I used to teach preschool, we would throw Fruit Loops in the toilet and let them aim at
Yeah.
them.
They talked
Yeah.
about that.
They were
I've
talking
heard of
about that
like
like Cheerios
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
pool. It took me
Yeah.
a minute to realize they was talking about a toilet bowl, not a bowl of cereal.
We did the Cheerios, and then I made it fun, with the Fruit Loops because I was teaching them colors too at the time. So
Yeah.
I was like, shoot the
Mo-
green one or shoot the red.
Moses giving them some
Yeah.
marshmallows.
I think boys are easier to train than girls, though.
Yeah. My grandson doesn't even want to shoot at cereal. He go, I want to eat it. That's what he
Aw.
would say.
Yeah.
Don't you love how they'll go and squat in the corner and use the
Yes.
bathroom in their pants instead of just going to the toilet? I think it's a fear thing. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
he's pottied twice on the big potty. He had no issues. He just doesn't want to take time out of playing. He
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
does not want to take time out of playing.
Aw.
Yeah.
And I've tried we can't play until you go potty, and then he cries, and the sad puppy dog and eyeballs, and it's like you can't make him sit there when he's doing all
Yeah.
that. But I mean, he sits there for 15 minutes, gets off, goes, starts playing. As soon as he sits there playing, I feed. So we're gonna try the candy or the Hot Wheels car next time.
How old is he?
3.
3. Yeah.
Another thing I did was a little chart I would put on the wall in the bathroom and had those little sticker stars or little circle smiley faces or
Mhm.
whatever, and I'd let them pick the sticker they would want, and when they pottied they would get to put their sticker on that chart and little squares, and that worked well too.
Well, he got a
Mhm.
reward. He could have a little candy if he went pee-pee on the potty. So Alani,
Yeah.
the other 3-year-old, she's there and she's potty trained. And she'd come, Grandma, I get candy. I pee-peed in the potty. Well, then she wanted a candy and they was pouting. And so this grandma suckered and give them both.
Yeah.
All 3 of them got a candy instead of
I
just
say
one.
whatever works,
Yeah.
to get it done.
Maybe you need to go trick-or-treating, Sandra, so you can get a bunch of candy to give them.
I'll go out and I'll buy it, but it's like it was just we're trying to find something
Yeah.
that'll work. But see, they're not allowed sugar.
Ah,
These
Grandma
are-
breaking the rules.
well, they bought the Smarties. They bought the little Smartie candies.
They do
But it-
have sugar-free candy and cookies.
But it's like, oh, they
Whatever
have to be
happens at
sugar-free,
Grandma's
no food
house
coloring. There's
doesn't
so many
get
things
shared.
that can't have.
It's really smart though, honest to God, because I know people that has children that they're not giving them the food color and they're not doing the sugar and they're doing no packaged foods or processed foods. And I'm going to tell you, their children are much smarter and much healthier,
Yeah.
and they don't have ADHD, and it's a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're so used to all this processed stuff that, and it's so easy and quick with the fast lifestyles we're living now, that
Yeah.
that's what we tend to go to, but it's really not healthy for them.
But
No.
the
Not healthy for any of them.
the 2-year-old granddaughter, we want her potty trained so bad. She's allergic to every diaper, every laundry soap.
Uh-huh.
She's
Bless
just
her
in
heart.
a constant rash.
Yeah.
And
What
you would
gets
think
me,
that
you'll
she
be
would want that to
sitting
go away.
in a waiting room somewhere, and this parent gives their kids these high energy drinks,
Yes.
Right. It's like, are you kidding me?
and I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, save that for home, lady. We don't want to deal with your high energy kid.
Yeah.
Huh. That's funny. The
Yeah.
stuff people do.
Yeah.
We are raising a generation, and I think that God has allowed grandparents to come in and take over some of the raising of the grandchildren so that we have some kind of remnant of children that are going to be successful, decent human beings one day, because
Yeah.
it's sad the children that are coming up these days.
Well, my
Yeah.
grandkids turned out fine, so I hope my to raise
Thank God.
are.
Thank God.
Yeah.
it's like Alani she's a doll, but it's like, but grandma, Gigi Ma, I'm Gigi Ma to her, great
Aw.
grandma short. And, but it's like, come play with me. She wants me to play all the time because, she's in a house of adults and the adults have her all the time. And when I took her into the other great grandkids, we went up and stayed a night. It's like she didn't know how to play with other kids and share. It's like she wouldn't share their toys with them. And I says,
Mhm.
no, you have to share. I put her in timeout because she wouldn't share. Well, she took a nap early that day,
Yeah.
but it's
I
like, at
I
least she
have
took a
one
nap.
granddaughter that she was just high strung and would have temper fits and all this. When that kid started kindergarten, it was like a whole different child.
Yeah.
And I asked her mom, whose kid is this? Because it's not the kid we know.
Uh,
But it just made such a difference once she started kindergarten.
And then my youngest grandson, Austin, he's now 21 and a half. He was opposite. He was the sweetest little thing. And then when he went to school, oh my, where'd the devil come from?
Really?
Because the teachers wouldn't listen to him like we listened to him, I guess. He wasn't getting the attention he wanted.
Yeah.
But it's like, we can only hope that these all go through just fine. But I'm afraid of school anymore.
mhm.
Should we send them to
Absolutely.
school?
I homeschool my grandson that we're raising. He's 14, going to be 15 in December, and I've homeschooled him for years because unfortunately he is a follower and not a leader, and I see those tendencies. So it scares me knowing what's in the school system and knowing how easily led astray he is. I
Yeah.
don't want him. I mean, my sisters are like, you're not getting him ready for the real world, but I am, because I'm trying to teach him to be a leader and not a follower, and tell him
Yeah.
all the dangers in the world and what, he loves the Lord, and he is learning practical things like, when you walk in a grocery store, the ounces and what's the better deal, and things like that, and how to
Mhm.
package food and how to freeze stuff, and things like that you don't get at school. And if
Yeah.
these children don't get it, then we're in trouble, guys. I mean, this is who's going to be taking care of us.
Yeah. And like public school system, they don't teach cursive writing
That's what I was gonna
anymore.
say.
They don't
Nope.
Yeah.
have home ec.
They can't read it.
Now,
They can't
our
read
local
cursive.
high school
Yeah.
this year has started an ag program, and it's been gone for several years.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people are really glad to see that. You know, that
Yeah,
there is
that's awesome.
cooking classes of something, and I don't know what the name of that is, but there's nothing that does any sewing
Home ec.
or
Like a home ec.
any kind of hobby. I would say thing. There's
Uh-uh.
none of that.
It's sad that they've pulled those things out of school, things that
Yeah,
make
they're just
families
going
better.
more for computers. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
more IT type things that they're
Mm-hmm.
doing. I mean, even when Jaden was in kindergarten, they had a little computer class that they went to, and they got to play little games and stuff on the computer. But they
Well, they,
started really
they don't
young.
even have books in school anymore, do they?
No, she doesn't. She has a Chromebook. She
Yeah.
doesn't bring books home.
Yeah.
Everything is done on that Chromebook.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Yeah.
Dallas, my grandson, the other day. My husband has two pair of pants with.
Oh.
Today you're going to learn how to sew buttons on. He said, Mima, I don't want to do that. That's for girls. I said, no, it's not. I said, you're going to have a family
Yeah.
one day, and you might have to be the one teaching your wife how to sew buttons on the clothes.
Yeah.
you know, I said, because not too many people are teaching their children this these days. And
Yeah.
he sucked it up and he sewed his button on, and then he was proud as can be when he was done that he sewed it on. I said, now you have a skill. you can sew a button on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when my son was in high school, he got a bus would carry him to and from, and they went to like the local vocational technical school, and he learned how to lay brick. He learned how to do
Awesome.
welding,
Yeah.
things like. And he did have a job one time where he was a welder, so he was able to use that later in life.
That is awesome.
I don't know if they still have that now or not. I don't know.
It's just sad. It's so sad to see how things have turned around. My mother used to say, I don't want to be a part of this world. I don't want to do the computer stuff. I don't, I'm not wanting to be a part of that, because we was trying to teach her new things and she just like totally rejected it. And now I understand, because now it's like we're living in space age. You feel like, beam me up, Scotty, take out your cell phone, you know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
got everything right at your fingertips. It's convenience, but it's kind of scary all at the same time, how far
yeah,
we've come away from gardening and sewing and things like that. And it's so, that's one reason I love this channel, Rita, is that you're bringing things back to the table that this generation needs. And I pray to God, I tell everybody about this channel, just
yeah.
go
I taught
watch.
I
And
taught my son how to water bath
Are you
tomatoes because
watching?
he says, "Can you teach me that?" And I'm like, "Sure."
No.
Yeah.
And so
awesome.
I gave him a lesson, and then from then on, he would grow tomato plants in his little backyard, and he canned tomatoes.
How awesome.
So
My
he did learn how to do that. In fact, I was at his house yesterday going through his personal things, and I opened up the pantry, and I did see that blue water bath there.
Mm.
It made
Oh,
me think of teaching him, how to can.
oh, that's so
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
Yep.
Sheila just lost her son about a week and a half ago.
yeah.
So.
Oh
September
my
the
goodness.
1st.
I am so sorry.
He was 45.
I am
But
so
he had
sorry.
COVID 3 times in 2 years, which I'm sure affected his immune system and his heart. But he was diagnosed in January with congestive heart failure. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I am so sorry.
yeah, it's just one of those things. It just happens. No rhyme or reason.
yeah.
But he's not in pain no more, so that's a good thing.
Yep. And that's
So,
good that you can come to grips with that and know that and
yeah.
have a peace in your heart with that,
Oh, yes, I
because
do.
I'm sure you know where he's at too.
Oh, yeah, I do. And he was a kid that was a mama's boy. He would text me or call me every afternoon, and sometimes on 9 o'clock break.
How
So
wonderful.
just something silly or stupid. So, but we had such a good relationship that I wouldn't have done anything different, with him.
And that in itself is a
So,
treasure, because not many people have
yes,
that. So
no,
you have a blessing to know that you can
yeah,
live with that in your soul the rest of your days, that y'all had that relationship. How
yes,
wonderful.
It's
it
like
was so good.
I'm getting a treat for the sugar glider and the
I'm waiting for you to get it
Oh.
out and hold it. Are you going to get it out?
it's like I'm afraid with her that it might fly off. Okay, go out of the room. It's like I'll see if I can bring her out of the
Oh.
cage.
Got a
Oh,
little sugar glider. How sweet.
I think she's babysitting with the dog and the sugar glider both.
Thank you, so
Yes, I
Terry.
have both.
It's going good.
It's like I
Rita,
do.
I need you to say Rowena's name for me tonight.
Rowena?
I love hearing her say Rowena. Almost every live I listen to, she
I,
says
I, I
Rowena.
love listening
I,
to
Wena?
her talk.
I wonder why she
I
wanted to say
know.
it when she just said it.
You come in.
I love her accent.
Me too. I love
Everybody
hearing her
does.
talk. So adorable. I tell my husband, I said, I could just listen to Rita all day, every day. I said, that sweet little voice and that little
Yeah.
accent she has is priceless.
And I sit up here on this panel and let everybody else do the talking if they'll talk.
Yeah, but when you talk, it's adorable.
Yeah. We
So
haven't
how's
seen
your new
Nancy on
channel
here
going?
tonight.
I'm sorry.
We haven't seen Nancy on here tonight.
She was on. I mean, she wasn't. She was in the chat.
Oh, was she?
Hmm.
I'm on my iPad, so I can't see.
Yeah,
the
she
chat.
was in the chat.
But we haven't seen Jackie. Jackie didn't come up tonight. So.
That's what
No.
I was fixing to ask if Miss Jackie was in here.
Yeah, I hadn't seen her.
Mona's been on here. She hasn't been on. She's in the chat.
We have our little group that's always on here.
Mhm.
There.
But I think YouTube
Look at that
has
baby.
really been a big help, because I know people that have gone on there like to fix something at their house.
Look at that
Aw.
sweet baby. Oh, I'm an animal freak, y'all.
So what is that?
That's a sugar glider.
Okay. I've
She's
never
still
seen one before.
she's still getting used to her and me together.
Oh,
And it's like, if they're not ready, I'm not going to force him, because they're
Uh-oh.
normally in pairs. And her buddy passed away, I think.
oh,
Oh.
oh. So is this your baby or somebody else's?
It's my granddaughter's.
Oh.
And she just went to Alaska on a new adventure. And so grandma gets the new adventure.
What was her new adventure again? What's she doing in Alaska?
Living at Anika, Alaska, which is out
Oh,
in the
wow.
middle of nowhere, running the general store mercantile type thing.
Oh,
Her and her boyfriend, this is their new experience. And then after they're trained in this town, they'll take them out to other little towns.
Oh, wow.
And Terry, you got to see the sugar glider where nobody else gets to see them that much. She can go on tomorrow and say, I seen Ace. His
yeah,
name's Ace.
Ace. Okay.
But
Yeah.
on their little thumbs, there's no thumbnail on this one foot.
Why does
But-
Grandma get all the animals?
You tell me that, Sheila.
Because you're a great grandma.
And my daughter, that's her dog. And her apartment that she got after she sold her house doesn't allow pets. And we have very few rentals in our town. And so until she figures out what she wants to do with life, I have her for 6 months.
You have a few new friends.
And I have not and will not ever experience a dog in heat ever again. No.
Did they get her fixed?
She is signed to get. She's got an appointment October. The first week in October, she's getting fixed.
Woohoo!
Francis, you're supposed to be in bed.
Well, she could be in bed listening.
She's supposed to be resting with her eyes shut.
And
Yeah.
and Terry, make sure to rub it into them all tomorrow that you got to see that sugar glider. You got to see Ace. Rub it into them all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I'm going to cut out. Y'all have a wonderful night. My day starts very early tomorrow. It was nice chatting with y'all. Y'all have a wonderful
Nice
night.
to meet you.
Very
It was
nice.
nice.
You as well.
Good night, ladies.
Mhm.
Good night, sir.
Ace, what are you thinking about? But one thing about these sugar gliders, you don't want to get them mad because they will spray you. They will pee on you.
Oh,
And it's not a good smell.
well, ladies, what do you think? You think we need to get off here too?
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
ready to.
I'm tired. Jerry, go to bed.
We've been over 2 hours, so
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you got to see the sugar glider.
yeah,
We
it's
did.
you
Good
too.
night.
Good night.
See you sometime.
That's Francis. Look there, Francis. She wouldn't go to bed afraid she's gonna miss something.
Oh, okay. She got to see that wide-eyed sugar glider.
Trying to move us up just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
See
no,
you later.
It's been fun.
Bye.
Good night. I'm gonna read
Night,
just
everybody.
read another comment or two here. That time Francis
Yeah.
fell asleep, I started whispering and I wasn't even on the panel. I'm just,
It's like, we'll see you guys next time.
next time, I'm going to read just another comment or two here.
Bye,
A lot
Rita.
night. Good night. Good night, Donna. Good night, Jean. Good night, Francis. Good night, Deb. And So Terry says Ace is adorable. Good night, So Terry. Good night to all y'all. Thanks for being here and visiting with us tonight. And I'm off of here too. Good night, Sandra. Had fun visiting with you tonight. Good night, Linda. Anybody else want to say good night before I end it? Is that everybody? Good night, y'all. Y'all sleep well.